What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Becoming Imani. How are you guys today? Excuse me for sounding so nasally. Like, my allergies are kicking my butt this week. Today, for sure, as it's recording day, but it's okay. It is for sure kicking my butt. As long as y'all can understand me, don't mind me sound nasally. I am not sick. My allergies are just acting crazy, okay? But today, I am going to discuss self-betrayal. And actually, this came from somebody from the Becoming Circle. They reached out to me and said that they will want to discuss or rather hear my opinion or my side of when it comes to self-betrayal. And I thought that was a good idea. I thought that was a good topic to discuss because it's so easy to blur the lines between self-sabotage and self-betrayal. And as y'all know, I always come with my notes. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the video because first, I want y'all to know the difference between self-sabotage and self-betrayal. Okay, because like I said, it's so easy to blur those lines and think that it's the same thing when it's not. They like similar, they like cousins, they are related, but they are not the same thing. And let me just clear this up for y'all. Self-sabotage is when you're blocking your own goals from fear. Okay, you're blocking your own goals from fear, which could look like procrastination, avoiding progress, undermining your goals, which is reactive and often subconscious. Self-betrayal is when you're abandoning yourself to please others, avoid conflict, or keep the peace, which can often look like saying yes when you mean to say no, laughing off things that hurt, shrinking yourself to be accepted. And I know a lot of y'all do that because I might too used to find myself doing that. I find myself doing that now. And that's more quieter, it's more rooted within for performance and people pleasing. Which, if you have been following me on Instagram and TikTok, you see that I already made I already made a little quick little video about people pleasing. I think I posted it up on YouTube too, but let's get into this. We have self-betrayal can look like laughing off things that actually hurt your feelings. And I know growing up, I used to do that a lot. Like now I'm just beyond overly bluntly honest. But believe it or not, when I was a kid, I used to not be like this. I used to let everybody walk all over me. I used to I told y'all this before, let everybody treat me any old type of way and not say nothing and like just my lord, it was rough, hard. I hated it. But every time people would say something about me, like I would just laugh it off like it didn't hurt because then if I said anything or if I did anything other than that, I would be deemed a crybaby and I was already getting called a crybaby left and fucking right. I was so over all that shit. But I used to laugh off stuff and it got to the point that I started making jokes on myself just before anybody else can do it. So it's just like why am I doing that? Why was I doing that? Why was I not speaking up regardless of what they said, regardless of what they called me? Like, why was I not speaking up for myself and letting them know, like, hey, no, shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Like, I don't like that. Another example of self-betrayal is putting your needs last because you don't want to inconvenience people. What? Like, what? Not putting your wants last, putting your needs last, which means things that you need to survive in life, your basic needs, you're putting last because you don't want to inconvenience people. Do those same people care about inconveniencing you? Hmm? Do those same people who know that you've been at work all day, know that if you're a mother, you have kids, or if you take care of somebody, because you don't necessarily have to be a mom to take care of somebody and have a lot of stuff going on. So if you just somebody who have a lot on your plate and already got a lot going on, do those same people that you're trying not to inconvenience care when they come and add more to your plate? Do they care about not inconveniencing you? No. So why are you putting your basic needs? And rest, taking time for yourself is a basic need. So don't think that, oh, I wasn't doing nothing that day. I was just resting. Baby, that is a rest. That is a basic need. That's a need. You need to rest, especially if you sit here taking care of everybody else. How are you going to take care of somebody else and you not even taking care of yourself properly? Stop putting your needs last just because you don't want to inconvenience other people, and other people don't care about inconveniencing you. Stop apologizing for how you feel just to keep the peace. I've always said that since I've been an adult. Because again, as a kid, I used to always say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Every little thing. Every little thing. Because I felt like Not that I felt like, but I was. Every little thing you getting criticized for, every little thing you getting judged for, every little thing that you do that's not perfect or not to their standard, what they feel is perfect or your best, even though you could possibly be giving it your best already. If they feel like it's not your best, then it's not perfect, you know? So it's just like you always say every time, you know, you spill something, oh, I'm sorry. Or every time they be like, no, you did this wrong, you be like, you know, oh, I'm sorry. You know how people, those people that's always saying I'm sorry, they didn't just learn that in adulthood. That pressure was placed upon them. That burden was placed upon them growing up as a kid. Because I was definitely one of those people, and it's so hard to outgrow saying I'm sorry to every little thing that you feel you messed up because it wasn't perfect. Stop apologizing for how you feel. The last example I have on what self betrayal can look like is pretending you're okay when you're overwhelmed, just so no one is uncomfortable, so no one feels uncomfortable. And I definitely do that now because, like, if you've been watching me for a while now, if you've been following along with me on this Becoming Diary series, then you know that basically I definitely like to be independent. I like to do everything by myself. I don't like to ask people for nothing. I do not like to ask people for help with anything. Like, it is so rare if I ask anybody for help, and I'm particular about who I go to for help. At that, it's like two people I'll go to for help for real. But I don't even like asking them for help. So if I ask them for help, I mean I am like really needing help. But I'd rather just take it on by myself. And I do be overwhelmed. I do be really needing help sometimes. But I would never ask anybody for help. And I know they say never, but just the way I was raised and the way the pressure was placed upon me, I just feel like I cannot ask people for help. I just refuse to, especially how I know people are like. But if you have a safe place, if you have a safe surroundings, if you keep safe company and you know that you can trust the people around you, it's okay to ask them for help then. Okay, if you're comfortable with the people, if you have a close knitted um, community or close knitted family, friends, whatever you want to call it, because some people, families are really family oriented. You know, so if you have that, then it's okay to ask them for help when you're overwhelmed. It's okay to not pretend that you're okay. It's okay to not be okay. For like whenever you feel yourself about to say I'm sorry or about to, you know, shrink yourself into any situation that makes you feel uncomfortable, before you respond or before you just jump right into your people pleasing, ask yourself those two things. Are you choosing you, or are you avoiding conflict? And is it peace, or are you just silencing yourself with a smile just so other people don't feel uncomfortable? Okay? And if it's anything other than peace and choosing you, baby, readjust and tell them exactly how it is. It is what it is. And again, if they don't like it, that's on them to figure out. You can say it in a respectful way. You can be honest, but don't hold back. Stop self-betraying yourself, because the only person who's suffering from self-betraying themselves and self-sabotaging themselves is you. The person who is making you feel like this, a person you're trying to people please, a person you're trying to hold on so tight to who don't want to be kept, is not suffering. You're the only one that's suffering. You're the only one that's letting life pass you up. You're the only one that's being stagnated in life because you are trying to people please and shrink yourself to please and keep everybody else around. Stop. And if you can relate to this video, if you can relate to if you're being self-sabotaging and self-betraying yourself, drop your story in a comment, because I definitely want to hear from you guys. Like I said, this is a community and we are here for each other. And I want to hear other ways and other ideas, because this is not what I put out and what I said are not the only ways that's what self-sabotage can look like. I mean, self-betrayal can look like. So I do definitely want to hear from you guys and hear your side of what you feel self-betrayal can look like. So make sure you drop a comment below, and make sure you share this video with the person or somebody, if you know somebody who is self-sabotaging. I keep saying self-sabotaging. And again, if you are not in the Patreon community, sign up for the Patreon, subscribe to the Patreon community, because that is where you get a more exclusive content. You get more intake and insight on my real life and just how I navigate throughout the week, and not just me sitting here in front of y'all. It's also a private group chat where we are just loving each other, supporting each other, and giving each other that daily motivation that we just need to keep going forward. So, click the subscribe button. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.